Testing, testing, testing. All right, welcome to Richmond for JV against the Northern Lakes as we go to face off. St. John faces out. Puck comes out over to Mead. Mead pushes it into the zone. Mead goes for a centering pass, but they're able to knock it out of the zone. They'll send it down. That's going to be icing. And we'll go back down to this end. St. John to face out. Kornick takes a shot just a bit outside. Rebounded by Northern Lakes. Puck comes out to neutral ice, now across, and she brings it into the zone. Shot there, stopped by Hanson, rebounded by St. John. Mead with it, sends it out, takes out And that time Hess sends it down ice. And we'll get icing. 13:55 left in the first period. Yeah, it looks fuzzy. Is that better? As the puck comes out, stolen away there by Thielen. She's going to bring it up ice. Comes in, takes a shot, and stopped by their goalie. Warren Lensmeyer faces off. Puck comes out to Northern Lakes. Warren trying to get a stick on it. Puck comes back to Rugemer. She fires down, stopped by their goalie and covered. 13:30 left in the first period of play here in Richmond. Another balmy day in the hockey arena as Lensmeyer faces off. Puck goes into the corner. Now gets sent down and around. Over here to Wirtz. Wirtz trying to push through it. Sends it down into the corner. Puck comes out over to Lensmeyer, and Olmscheid tries to send it down. Now it's loose. As Olmscheid sends a puck, or the girls stick back, and she pushed her down. As Wirtz has it now, she's going to push it up the ice. Backhands it up to Thielen. Thielen knocks it down into the zone. As we get a line change, Schmid checks on, along with Lily. As Kornick turns, sends it up ice. Wimmer to chase. Wimmer comes in, gets the puck, turns, redirects, goes around one player, gets taken out. And she kept her feet though. Now the puck goes to St. John's, now back to Wimmer. Wimmer with it behind the net. Looking in the corner for her options. Tries to get it over to Kornick. Has it stolen away, but Wimmer comes in and says, no, I want to keep it down here. She fires in. There's a glove saved by their goalie. As the puck comes out. Now sneaks up line. Yes. Here comes and they're going to call offsides. 11:55. Puck comes back. Wirtz. Wirtz going to grab it in the back ice. Tries to send it up. She punches it out to Maddie. As Northern Lakes sends it back down. Rugemer backhands it. Tries to get it out of the zone. Now Hess getting in there. Sends it over to Lensmeyer. Lensmeyer's going to move it up the ice. Brings it across the ice. Now dumps it down into the zone. Battling for position as her stick gets tied up with the Northern Lakes player. The Northern Lakes faces off. Puck goes into the corner. They send it back out to their point. As Rugemer gets in there and knocks it back down behind the net. Wirtz able to keep it in the zone. Then she turns, knocks it down in. Now gets pushed down on the ice. And here they come as Rugemer throwing some lumber out on the ice. Takes a shot, stopped by Hansen. 10:44 remaining in the first period. As the Lightning, Northern Lakes Lightning, stolen away there by Olmscheid. She's going to bring it up the ice. Sends it across over to Wimmer. Just sneaks by her, and now the Lightning grab the puck back. As Thielen steals it away. Wimmer grabs it. Now back to Kornick. Kornick fires across over to Mead. Mead takes a shot. Glove saved by their goalie. 10:20 remaining in this first period of play. As the puck comes out, Wimmer grabs it, sends it back to Kornick. Kornick turns, uses the wall, trying to keep it in the zone. Now Thielen getting in there. Now back out to Kornick. Kornick fires one down, just a bit outside. Rebounded. Puck's going to come out to Mead at neutral ice. She's going to use the board, sends it back down. St. John able to knock the puck, but the Lightning grab it, and here they come up the ice. Brings it in the zone, kicks it with her skate down into the corner as Mead grabs it away from her. The stop there by Hansen, rebounded by St. John. She's going to send it up to Lily. Lily tries to give it back to St. John, gets the puck back. Now on neutral ice, has it stolen away. And then here come the Lightning into the zone. Sends it now behind the net. Kornick tied up. Puck comes out to their point. They're going to fire one down, up and over the top of Hansen. Now picked up by St. John. She tries to fire it out of the zone. And it's going to be sent back down in. As Rugemer gets it, that time she's going to fire it out of the zone, but rebounded right back by the Lightning, and they're going to call off sides. His name's Corey. As the Lightning keep it in their zone. Goes for a centering pass, tied up there by Wirtz. Nice job tying up that player and get that centering pass. As they come back into the zone, they take a shot, just snuffed by Hansen, and they're going to take a 1-0 lead. As they go to face off, Lightning get the face off. Here they come up the ice. They're going to bring it into the zone. Deflected there by Linsmeyer, picked up by Mead. Mead tries to send it up to Kornick, and the Lightning grab it and send it back down. Lightning goes for a centering pass, shot deflected, and they keep it in their zone. Puck's going to go back to Kornick. Kornick will pick it up in the back ice. She sends it down. They wave off icing. Linsmeyer will go down to chase. As the Lightning go to try and bring it up, as Wimmer comes in and steals it away. Wimmer with it now. Skates up, gets taken out, sends it out to Mead. Mead fires one down just a bit outside. Linsmeyer gets it, steals it away. Goes for a centering pass to Wimmer. She fires off the goalie. Lauren's going to get the puck back. And now into Wimmer. Wimmer looking for options, sends it back to Cornick. Cornick fires one down, deflected by the goalie into the boards. Rebounded by Mead. Mead with it now, sends it back out to Cornick. Cornick's going to fire another one down as Wimmer fires one across the bow. Mead keeping it in the zone. Lightning get it back, and they go and knock it out of the zone. Picked up by Cornick. Cornick fires it up to Thielen. Thielen tries to get in there, has it jabbed away. As Thielen grabs it at neutral ice, now sends it across, and she's going to dump it down into the zone. Wimmer will chase it. Puck goes to the opposite side as St. John comes in. Puck's going to come back here to Wirtz. Wirtz is going to come back and try and get it. As the puck goes back down to the far end, she has it behind the net. St. John gets it, goes to fire it out of the zone to the neutral ice. Now back into Wirtz. Wirtz has it, goes around the boards. Now that one gets deflected out as Lily tries to grab it, and the Lightning knock it down into the zone. Rugemer will pick it up in the back ice, sends it across over to Maddie. As Maddie's going to battle it out. Now she gets taken out along the boards. And the Lightning knock it into the zone. Rugemer sends it back out. They'll have to reset, waiting for one of their other players who's down there. Now she comes out. And Maddie will chase. And here they come up the ice. Now into the zone. Doesn't move. Backhands one. Buzzes past the front of the tower. Rebounded by Wirtz. Puck gets knocked back to Maddie as she sends it across to Rugemer. Rugemer trying to clear it out of the zone. And it's going to get knocked back down in. Lightning with it now. Comes across the front. Takes a shot up. Been over the top of Hansen. Now Rugemer gets it. She's going to push it forward. Comes through a couple players. Goes around another one. Gets hooked. No call. Now brings it in the zone. Takes a shot. Deflected. And the Lightning pick it up behind the net. As Lensmeyer trying to block it. Puck's going to come back to Cornick. Cornick will pick it up in the back ice. Sends it across over to Mead. Mead with it now. Fires a pass across over to Thielen. Thielen turns and gets it to Lensmeyer, who knocks it down deep into the zone. Has to chase. She goes for a centering pass to Thielen. She shoots and scores. Olivia Thielen with the goal. And we're tied up at 1. Face off is with Lauren. Lauren goes to face off. And the Lightning have it. They're going to bring it into the zone. And the Lightning knock it back down in. Mead laying a little deep. Puck comes back to Thielen. And Lensmeyer knocks it into neutral ice. The Lightning's going to grab it. Send it across. Now brought into the zone. She's going to fire one. Stopped there by Hansen. And covered, and we get a whistle with 3:32 left in this first period of play. Maddie, Rugemer, Wirtz, Onscheid, and Wimmer on the ice for the Stars. As the puck comes out, Wimmer's going to grab it. Goes around one player. She goes to bring it up ice. Now into our zone. Comes up, fired, glove saved by their goalie. 3:17 remaining in the first. as Maddie goes to face off. Puck comes back here to Wirtz. Wirtz fires it across to Rugmer. Rugmer sends one down, almost deflected in there by Maddie as Wimmer gets the rebound. He's going to skate across the center, sends it across over to Rugmer. Rugmer fires one down, deflected, goes behind the net. As Omscheid was there waiting for the tip, the Lightning's going to get the puck back, and they're going to knock it out of the zone as Wirtz will chase. She'll pick it up in the back ice. Now knocks it forward up to Wimmer. And that one's going to get knocked back. Wirtz gets it, knocks it forward to Wimmer. Wimmer tries to push it out of the zone. Continues through, but the Lightning grab it back. And here they come into the zone, met by Rugemer and Wirtz. Now the puck goes into the corner. The Lightning bring it in. And that one's going to get knocked out of the zone. And 3 of the Lightning come back for it. As they go to push forward. Ring it across. She comes in with a full head of steam. Into the corner she goes, met by Cornick. Puck comes out to their point. Point's going to fire down. Stopped by Hansen. 2 minutes on the Acorns left in this first period. As the puck comes back, shot there, deflected there by Hansen. Another shot there, glove saved by Hansen. Minute 47 left in the first period. As they go to face off, St. John sends it over to Mead. Mead back to Willie. Now St. John tries to send it out of the zone. There's a shot there, deflected. Rebounded by St. John. Who sends it across over to Thielen. Now to Cornick. Cornick goes around one player, brings it out to neutral ice. Lightning grab it. They're going to send it back into the zone. Cornick comes in and deflects that one. Rebounded by Mead. Mead turns, sends it into the corner. Maddie sends it out to neutral ice. The Lightning try and send it back. As Rugemer using the boards, trying to get it back out to neutral ice. The Lightning grab it. St. John getting a stick on that one. Maddie backhands it. And that one's going to get sent back down into the zone as Rugemer and Maddie get tied up there. Cornick grabs it from behind the net. As she's going to push forward, goes around the defense player. Now across, now turns, knocks it down deep into the zone. That's going to go down and around. And they're going to knock it out. Picked up by Wirtz. Wirtz comes around the back. Sent it right to a defender. And the shot picked up by Hansen and stopped. As Wirtz did the pass and went, oh, shoot. But maybe a different language. 11.2 remaining. As the puck comes up, another there shot stopped by Hansen. As Rugemer comes in there to stop it. The Lightning have it, try and do a wraparound and stop by Hansen. And they blow the whistle. That'll end the first period of play. All right, start off the second period of play. St. John, Maddie, S. Mead and Tiana, nice for the Stars. As the puck comes out to neutral ice. Now sent in. Mead's going to grab it. Go over to Maddie. Maddie uses the board, sends it out to neutral ice. Now deflected there by St. John. And here she comes into the zone. Fires one down. Deflected by the goalie. Rebounded by Hess. Now Maddie grabs it along the boards. She'll send one down. Deflected there by the Lightning. And sent out of the zone. Here comes the Lightning. Into the zone they go. Goes for a centering pass there. Deflected by Mead. Picked up by Maddie. Maddie pushes it back to Mead. And the Lightning from their point sends it back in. And they'll battle it out here in front of us. As the Lightning sends it back into their zone. Goes for a shot. That's going to come back behind the zone. There's Mead. Mead pushes it up to Maddie. The Lightning keep it in their zone though. Now it's knocked out. As the Lightning grab it in the back ice. Send it forward. That one's going to come down into the zone. Tiana and the Lightning in the corner for the puck. The Lightning trying to get it there. Now Olmscheid comes off the bench. Goes to push it forward. Tries to get it to Mead. Stolen away there by the Lightning. But Tiana gets in and gets a stick on it and deflects him before it goes in. Before they can make a move in. Now Lensmeyer's going to grab the puck. She's going to bring it into the zone. Comes up and around. Tries to get a shot up. Deflected off the back of the netting. Now that one's going to come back here to Roski. Roski's going to fire one down and in. As she goes down into the corner, loses her edge and goes down. She was so excited for that shot. Roski comes in and scores one for River Lakes, and we're up 2-1 over the Lightning. Roski, Wirtz, Olmscheid, Lensmeyer, and Mead on the ice for the Stars. Lightning. And now Roski. Roski uses the boards, sends it into the zone. Now she gets the puck back, goes around a couple players. So Roski has it along the boards. Pinched in there with a couple Lightning. And the puck comes out. Picked up by the Lightning as they come into the zone. Wirtz will pick it up behind the net. Now stolen back away by the Lightning. Lensmeyer over to Roski. Now to Olmscheid. Olmscheid back to Roski. Roski will turn. Tries to push it up. Has this deflected by the Lightning, but she gets it right back. Now sends it up to Lensmeyer. Lensmeyer's got some open ice. Here she comes as a Lightning player. Deflects on it. She goes for a centering pass. Shoots. Now rebounded there by Jansky. She takes a shot and deflected. She gets her own rebound. As she goes to skate up. Looking for options. Comes in. Shoots. Goal. Oh, scored. Jansky with the goal. As they go to face off, Maddie faces off. Puck goes over to Lily. Now brought into the zone. Puck goes over along the boards to Jansky. Jansky has it behind the net, sends it forward. As I have to give a shout out to Emery's grandma as she donated some money towards her new stick as she broke it the last game. Tiana's going to pick it up and bring it across. Now sends it down in. 10:52 remaining in the second period. As the puck dribbles out here to neutral ice. Now back to the Lightning. Lightning fire it up. Now a nice passing there by the Lightning. As Mead grabs it, Lightning send it back in. There's another deflection. Picked up by Tiana. That one's going to dribble out to the blue line. And the Lightning grab it back. And Maddie sends it back out to neutral ice. And the Lightning grab it. Backhands it against the boards. As they reset. Lightning fire one down behind Hansen. Tiana trying to battle that one out. As Olmscheid grabs the puck, goes to bring it out of the zone. The Lightning steal it back. Now Mead grabs it at neutral ice, brings it into the zone. Mead bringing it across, fires it down into the corner. Hessel chase. Over to Mead. Mead has it in the corner. Redirects. Now comes back to Wirtz. Wirtz is going to skate up into the corner. Now goes for a pass out to the point. That one deflected to neutral ice as Jansky picks it up. Now uses the board, brings it into the zone. As it's stolen away by the Lightning. As Lensmeyer grabs it, passes it to Roski. Roski's going to bring it into the zone. Comes up. Takes a shot, stopped by their goalie and covered, and we get a whistle. We're going to go to this side, I guess. 8:48 left in the second period. Puck comes back to Roski. Roski tries to fire one down. As the Lightning send it out of the zone, Roski grabs it, turns it back in. Now the puck comes out to neutral ice, picked up by Wirtz. Wirtz fires it up to Lensmeyer. She'll tip it into the zone. Now the Lightning grab it. Redirect, sends it out to neutral ice. And nice pass there as the puck goes up. The Lightning comes up. Roski gets in there and deflects it. She's going to send it out. Good hustle there by Roski to break up that play. Now she's going to grab this puck. Tries to push it up to Lensmeyer, and the Lightning send it back in. Nice centering pass, shot stopped by Hansen. As St. John, Maddie, and Lily check on for the Stars. Mead and Tiana are on there. As the puck drops, Tiana's going to pick it up off the drop. Goes to push forward. And the Lightning tap it back to neutral ice. And Mead gets a stick on it. And now she's going to turn and bring it up ice. Goes around a defender. Now into the zone. Puck still out there. She's going to fire. Stopped by their goalie. 7:40 left in the second period. 15 shots on goal for River Lakes. 13 for the Lightning. St. John to face off. Lily and Maddie. As the Lightning grab it. They send it down into the corner. Picked up by Tiana. Tiana's going to bring it out of the zone. Now comes in, gets tripped. They're going to call that one as they go for a shot blocked by the goalie. Now sent into the corner, and we'll get a whistle, and that will be a River Lakes power play. Power plays brought to you by the Wash House of Haynesville. Get your vehicle washed, or your dog, or cat, or your, what are those cows with the horns that look so cute? You can bring one of them to wash it. Matt'll love cleaning that up. As Wirtz brings it along the boards. Backhands it, tries to get it into the corner. And the Lightning grab it and send it out to neutral ice where Roski's going to pick it up. And now Jansky gets called for hooking. And we'll play 4-on-4 for a minute and 41 seconds. Home side to face up. Lensmeyer trying to push it forward. There's a shot, buzzes past the front of the tower. Roski rebounds it, sends it over to Wirtz. Wirtz goes to push it forward. She'll send it across over to Lensmeyer. Lensmeyer gets it tapped away along the boards. Now she backhands it down into the zone. 6:30 left in the second period. As Lensmeyer able to keep it. No, they call it off, and now they're up to reset. As the Lightning have it, they fire it up ice. Now to neutral. Brought into the zone, met by Wirtz. Knocks that one towards the boards. Good hustle there by Brooklyn. As Roski goes to time forward. And here comes the puck across neutral ice. She'll send it to Omscheid. Omscheid brings it into the zone. Sends one out. Now covered. Oh, tried to cover it. Their goalie. Knocked back out. And now here comes the Lightning up the ice. Lensmeyer races over to it. As Shilkin battles along the boards for it. Roski comes in. 20 seconds left before the Lightning go full strength. And Roski's going to bring it up and now into the zone. She's going to stop. Fires one. Stopped by their goalie. Almost rebounded there by Thielen, but Mead gets the rebound. Now she's going to try and skate one in. Stops, redirects. Fires one. Stopped by their goalie. Rebounded back by Mead. Mead fires it out to Lensmeyer, but the Lightning get a stick on it and send it back to neutral ice. And they're back to full strength. As the Lightning trying to clear it out of the zone. And now we're both teams back to full strength. And the Lightning go to push forward. Brings it into the zone. As Mead steals it away, tries to send it out, but the Lightning keep it in. 4:23 remaining. Tiana grabs it, sends it over to Maddie. Maddie tries to clear it out. They're stolen away by the Lightning. Bring the camera with. Now Lily knocks it out of the zone. Puck comes across. Now gets sent back in as Lightning bring it in. Tries to redirect. Tiana gets a stick on it. Now Lily sends it towards the boards. Tiana's going to grab it back. Pushes it out to neutral ice. Well, Lightning grab it right back. They're going to use the boards and send it over. And Mead comes in and steals it. Tries to bring it into the zone. The Lightning grab it right back. Pushes it back out to neutral ice. Now dumps it into the zone. And then Mead turns and knocks it down in. That one's going to roll on in, and they'll get icing with 3:29 remaining in the second. St. John to face off. Puck drop. Knocked over to Roski. Roski's going to try and take off with it. Lightning steal it away. Now their point tries to fire it down. Puck's going to get knocked out of the zone. Roski's going to chase. She's going to tap it out there. Jansky's going to chase for it. Jansky gets it, stops, redirects, centering pass to Roski. Almost got it there. That was a nice pass. And Jansky sends it out. And the Lightning battle it out there at the blue line. Now it's going to get knocked out of the zone as Wirtz gets in there and knocks it back in. And that one's going to get knocked down as St. John will chase for it. St. John grabs it, pushes it up to Jansky at neutral ice. Now Jansky's going to use the boards, tries to push it in. Backhands that one into the zone, and the Lightning are going to get there. Goes for a centering pass, but Wirtz is there to stop it. She fires it behind the net. That one buzzes past the front of the tower. Now Jansky gets the rebound. Puck's going to come out to neutral ice. Now she brings it into the zone. Comes up, tries to get a shot off, has it deflected. And the Lightning clear the zone. They're going to send it back down. Tiana's going to pick it up in the back ice, back by Hansen. Turns, sends it across over to Homscheid. Homscheid tries to go around a player. Now dumps it down into the zone. Minute 50 remaining in the second. As the Lightning grab it back, here they come across neutral ice. Now she brings it into the zone. Turns, shoots, deflects it. Puck comes over to Maddie. Maddie fires it over to Thielen. She tries to push it forward, has it stolen away by the Lightning. Shot there, stopped by Hansen. As Tiana grabs it. And here they come up. They got a 3-on-2. The Lightning tapped that one out of the way. Now picked up by Mead, who sends it down into the zone. Just under a minute to play in the second. As the Lightning send it down, Lensmeyer's going to grab it in the back ice. She turns, tries to push it forward, has it stolen away by the Lightning. Now into the zone, they'll send it, and they're going to call offsides. 37.9 seconds left in the second. And then we'll take a short break as they Zamboni. Lensmeyer to face off. They go to bring it into the zone. That one knocked back out by Roski. Lightning knocked it back in. Wirtz stops it. Tries to push it out of the zone. Lightning knocked it back in. 19 seconds remaining. As pinched along the boards, they all get tied up in there. Now the puck comes out. A bunch of slappy sticks going on. Now back to Roski. She tries to fire it out. And that'll end the second period. With the Stars up 3-1 over Northern Lakes. We'll be back for third period of play after some Zamboni action. All right, welcome back to the third period of play for the JV. Leading 3-1. As they face off, puck comes across over into our zone. Lightning grab it and send it down into their zone. Puck goes over to Wirtz. Wirtz fires it over to Larson. Larson has it along the board. She brings it into the zone. Now back to Wirtz. Wirtz has it in the corner. Looking for options. Backhands it in. Has it deflected. Now coming over here. Look at Cousin Troy's here. Driving bus for the Albany Pep Band. Here comes the Lightning up the ice. Brings it into the zone. Sends it back. Wirtz is going to pick it up. She'll push it forward to Mead. Mead will skate it out to neutral ice. Now backhands it. Into the zone it goes. Stang comes off the bench. She chases along with Homscheid. Homscheid knocks it into the zone, but the Lightning send it right back. As the Lightning have it at neutral ice. Stang with it now. Brings it across neutral ice. Now into the zone they go. She'll fire one down. Deflected by the goalie. And here comes the Lightning up into their zone. Stang grabs it. A loose puck. Tries to send it out. The Lightning grab it right back. Now they come into the zone with it. Goes for a centering pass. Broken up by Sting. She'll send it out. That one will sneak by. As Hess will chase. Lightning get it back. And they're going to bring it back into their zone. Met by Barton. Now St. John tries to get a stick on it. The Lightning grab it right back. Barton comes in, steals it away. And the Lightning grab it at neutral ice and steal it back. Here they come into the zone. As the Lightning push it back in. Here they come. Tries to fire one down. Buzzes past the front of the tower. Rebounded by the Lightning. Now Barton grabs it. Fires it over to Larson. Larson's going to bring it up. Sends it to St. John. St. John turns it at neutral ice. Tries to send it into the zone. The Lightning send it right back to neutral ice. Thielen comes in, breaks it up. Puck's going to go back down behind Barton. Barton with it in the corner. Sends it across ice to St. John. She backhands one into the zone as Larson and Thielen will chase. Thielen kicks it behind the net. And the Lightning will grab it. Now comes across neutral ice. Into the zone she goes. Fires one down off the side of the net. That one will come back and Thielen will pick it up. She'll give it to Mead. Mead will bring it across neutral ice. Dumps it down into the zone. She'll get her own dump. Turns, fires, comes right back to one of the Lightning. Now Wirtz uses the boards, dumps it down in. Mead will grab it. Puck comes out to Stang. Now to Wirtz. Wirtz fires. That one looked like it was almost going to go in. Had it deflected at the last second. And knocks it out of the... As the Lightning go and clear it out, they'll get it out to neutral ice. Picked up by Barton. Barton's going to skate in with it. Comes up, fires, stopped by their goalie. Rebounded by Wirtz. Wirtz sends it back out to Barton. Barton dumps it back to Wirtz. Wirtz sends a centering pass to Maddie. Maddie tries to backhand one, deflected. Wirtz gets the puck again. Now back out to neutral ice. Wirtz will grab it. Here she comes in. Around one player, comes up, fires. Stopped and covered by their goalie. 10:09 remaining in the third period. What do we got? Omscheid, Larson, Barton, Lensmeyer, and Hess on the ice for the Stars. The Lightning fans are singing to some Spice Girls. Puck comes into the zone, picked up by Larson. Larson behind Hansen. Sends it over to Barton. Barton pushes it up ice to Omscheid. That one's going to sneak by Omscheid, and the Lightning send it back in. Larson sends it up ice, and that one will go down for icing, and we'll go back down here. 9:32 left in the game. As Akerson brings it up ice, comes up, takes a shot, stopped by their goalie. Rebounded by the Lightning. The Lightning bring it up, use the boards, goes around Lensmeyer. As Stang gets in there and ties her up. Akerson with it now along the boards. And the Lightning grab it and send it back in. Puck comes out to Lensmeyer. She's going to bring it into the zone. And the Lightning grab it back. And they're going to send it down. Nice pass there, but that one just goes out the front of her stick, and Larson grabs it. Puck into the corner, centering pass, deflected. And that one's going to get knocked down. They wave off icing. Puck into the zone as Larson tries to fire. A little bit of a whiff. Tries to go for a centering pass there. As the puck comes out, over to the Lightning as they bring it into the zone. Larson grabs it. Out to Wirtz. Wirtz is going to push it forward, gets it out to neutral ice, now brings it into the zone. Dumps it into the corner. Stang has it. She's going to send it down behind the net. Picked up by Wirtz. Wirtz goes to push it out to the point. She's going to grab it again. Sends it to Akerson. Akerson out front comes up, fires, and that one's going to go in. Akerson with the goal. And the Stars take a 4-1 lead over Northern Lakes. Mead to face off. Puck comes out to Wirtz. Wirtz turns, sends it back to Akerson. Akerson skates up around one player. Now she's going to bring it into the zone. Comes up. Fires one up and over the top of the goalie. Rebounded by Stang. Stang goes for a centering pass. Wirtz is going to grab it from the boards. Sends it back to Akerson. Akerson from the point fires one down. Deflected. Now to Wirtz. Wirtz backhands it out to Akerson, and the Lightning grab it right send it out to neutral ice. The Lightning bring it in. They got a 3-on-2 coming in. Fires one down into the corner. 6:26 left in the game. Akerson grabs the puck, fires it up to Stang. Stang brings it across neutral ice, now dumps it down into the zone. Puck goes down and around. Lightning trying to get it out of the zone and does. Now Meats steals it right back. Here she comes into the zone around one player. Comes up, makes a move, shoots. And that one gets knocked out of the zone. Or out of the zone. Out of the goal. And we get a whistle. Puck knocked back to Hess. Hess tries to fire one down, has it deflected by the Lightning. Now picked up by Barton. Barton trying to keep it in the zone. The Lightning knock it out. Larson's there to fire it back in. Barton uses the board, sends it down into the zone. The Lightning grab it in the corner. And they clear the zone. Now across neutral ice. 5:15 remaining. The Lightning have it. Fires that one off the side of the net. That one's going to come out to their high slot. She's going to fire one down, deflect it into the boards. Barton's going to rebound. Gets pushed down, and there's going to be a penalty. They're going to call tripping, which means we'll go on a River Lakes power play. Power play brought to you by Boosters of Belgrade. Get your Herbalife tea or shake. Lensmeyer fires one down. Buzzes the tower, rebounded by Akerson. She sends it back to St. John. St. John uses the board, sends it down into Thielen. And the Lightning grab the puck, trying to clear it out of the zone. It comes back to Sting. Sting's going to skate up. She fires. Puck deflected into the boards. Puck comes around. Lightning go to clear it out. As Thielen gets over here in time, keeps it from going out. Now St. John's has it. She's going to come up, takes a shot, deflected, gets the puck back. Now deflected again and sent towards the boards. Puck goes back down into St. John, and that time the Lightning are able to clear the zone. That one's going to sneak down. They're going to wave off icing, being there on a power play. And they'll send it across. Puck goes into Akerson. Akerson around one player, comes up, stops, tries to make a move. Has the puck at the boards, looking for options. Sends it across to Thielen. As Akerson keeps that one. She'll send it back to Barton. Barton's going to grab it and bring it into the zone. Around through a couple players, takes a shot off the goalie's helmet. Now out to Larson. She'll fire one down, buzzes the tower. Rebounded by Maddie. Maddie to Barton. Barton sends it down into Mead. Mead has it behind the net, comes up, fires, stopped by their goalie. And the Lightning go to clear the zone. They'll send one down. 2.5 left, or 2:50, I should say. 2:45 now left in the game as Larson goes to bring it up. Uses the boards, comes around, looks for a centering pass. Gets there, sends it to Mead. Mead trying to push it in. And that one's going to get knocked down. And they'll call icing as they're back to full strength with 2:24 remaining. in the game. Tonight is senior night for the Stars. We'll acknowledge the seniors here in a little bit after the game. As puck comes out, Akerson gets it off it, sends it down into the zone, picked up by Mead. Mead tries to get a wraparound again, has it deflected. Lightning grab it, stolen away by Wirtz. Now Mead grabs it again, has it behind the net, sends it out to Wirtz, and that one's going to get knocked out. Kept in the zone by Stang. She sends it in. Wirtz is going to grab it in the corner, goes for a centering pass to Mead, has it broken up. She's going to pick it back up, sends it to Maddie. That one gets broken up. She gets the puck right back. Now trying to push it forward. That one's going to come back to Akerson at the point. She'll skate up with it. We're looking for options. Has it in the corner, now behind the net. Looking for that centering pass. Now she comes up, fires up and over the top of the goalie. Rebounded by Stang. Stang looks, she sends one in, has it deflected. Now rebounded by the Lightning. Stang grabs it and sends it back into the corner. Minute 15 remaining. As Mead grabs it, sends one towards the net, off the side. Now into the boards as Maddie grabs it back. Now the Lightning finally get the puck, and they go to clear it out of the zone. And Wirtz comes over, grabs it back, centers it to Maddie. That one tipped. Now comes up for a centering pass. Puck was loose. Goes by a couple different players. They had some opportunity there, but the Lightning grab it. Now they come and bring it into the zone. Barton right there to steal it away. As the puck comes out, Barton's got some open room, comes up, fires off the top bar, and they're calling that one in. Nice job there by Barton with 28.5 seconds remaining. River Lakes will take a 5-1 lead over Northern Lakes. 28.5 seconds remaining in the game. 30 shots on goal for the Stars to 14 for Northern Lakes. As the puck comes out, Larson sends it across over to Barton. Barton goes, knocks it into the zone. Now Lensmeyer trying to keep it in the zone. Puck sneaks out to Barton. Barton fires one down, buzzes the tower, 8 seconds remaining. And that'll end the game with the JV winning 5-1 over Northern Lakes. Senior Laney Hansen, goalie. Nice job there tonight for Laney. And that's going to end it tonight. We'll be back shortly. They're going to do some senior presentation. We'll record that for a little bit, and then we'll